Hello and welcome to our session on rejuvenating forgotten rooms with Kay and Paul there live on location at Options Bath and Tile Studio in Ascot. So we're going to do something different for this session, which I'm very excited about. We're going to be getting a personal tour of a fabulous Bath and Tile showroom studio based there in Ascot. So what we're going to do is just actually get straight over to Kay.
Hello.
Going to talk to us about how to rejuvenate these forgotten rooms. So we're looking at what we're looking at, Kay, cloak rooms and ensuites.
Yeah, so we'll start with cloak rooms. A few of my favourite bits from Friday that I've talked about and I want to show live. And I'd like to introduce my beautiful assistant, Paul, if he can try and... let me just introduce Paul. So, hello, Paul.
Hi.
Hello, Paul.
So Paul is a designer here at the team. He's also my brother-in-law. Thought I'd better get that in there. So anyway, yes. So Paul and I will, between us, we'll show around the showroom, Chris. We've had a bit of a quick practice dry run in terms of what we want to do. And I won't use the word fabulous too much like he did on Friday. Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so this room, it's recently been updated actually. And it's a downstairs cloakroom. I'm particularly keen to highlight the tiles. And as I said on Friday, these tiles are wow, they're very different, they're really patterned. And I pointed out the fact that obviously customers may not consider something quite as bold as this, but the downstairs cloakroom is a perfect room to start with, as I highlighted Friday. So when we're walking our customers around, we'll say this is an example of how the tiles can look, but practice in a small space, a small room, it's ideal really. It doesn't scare customers too much. But also, if you think you've got a contrast with the pattern tiles here, but you've also got your contemporary tiles on the walls, which make it makes it feel big, but it's also quite light as well. It's not too busy looking. So in your cloakroom, you've got your, I'm going to sneak in, your soft closing toilet, perfect, and obviously a radiator for your towels, and a small sink. You don't need a big sink in your downstairs cloakroom. You want something quite small, quite bijou. This one, we haven't got any storage, but you can have some storage in that if you want to have some cleaning materials or anything that might work in there. But this is the cloak. You've got lighting up there as well, and also lighting around the mirror here. But not everyone wants a mirror in their cloakroom, but this works really well. So this is just a first example of your cloakroom. So Paul, if we can manoeuvre around. So on Friday, I talked about trends for 2021. Obviously, the freestanding bath, my absolute favourite, as I've shared before. But also bringing your bathroom into your bedroom, particularly an ensuite. So you've got your big roll-top bath, your freestanding bath here, and maybe a feature wall. But here, obviously, you've got your shower screen, and you've got a walk-in shower as well. But obviously, this only works for potentially bigger rooms. But it's just something I wanted to touch on briefly. Okay, so you move through, Paul. So I was really keen to show some of our storage units, our basins, our countertop tops. So again, this here is perfect for an ensuite bathroom. I mentioned on Friday, particularly the Dansani units. You've got them in a blue here. You've got a lovely, beautiful freestanding unit here with plenty of storage space. Again here, I just open the drawer here. If you can highlight that, Paul. You know, your compartments are perfect. Everything's divided, particularly for a lady, for all her bathing essentials, her makeup and her facials. And in here, an even better drawer, so more storage space, particularly for your ensuite, but also it works well in a family bathroom. If you've got children for your bathing, your bubble baths and everything else. Here, you've got a beautiful countertop basin, very similar to what I showed on Friday, but obviously this is, what colour is this? Just a satin white. And then here, a beautiful mirror. And again, I want to highlight the lighting around the mirror, but this all works really well as a piece together. We try and move around here, Paul. So we've got three lovely, beautiful storage areas here, basins, beautiful taps. I want to highlight the difference. Obviously, you've got a standard tap here. Is that just like a normal polished chrome? And this one, Paul?
It is brass.
Brass. Another polished chrome here. Look at the detail though. The details in each of the taps are very different. And on Friday, I highlighted again about 2021 trends. So it's highlighting to customers not only about your shower, your bath, but also about your accessories, your taps, you know, your click-clap waist here. Again, storage. Look at this beautiful storage. Plenty of storage under here for your bathroom essentials. So that one as well. And again, lots of different colours as well. It doesn't just come in the standard colours. I'll show you here. I'm quite keen just to show you what it actually looks like inside. And then more storage down here. I've got some towels in there. I should have taken them out. And then more storage here. Beautiful. Now, Paul, could I show you that fabulous Vitra toilet? Paul, can you just describe that for me, please?
So this is, in essence, sort of the future of toilets. So this is water saving, but also hygienic. So this technically for what people would normally call a Japanese toilet. So you can use it as a conventional toilet, but it's designed that as you walk up to it, as you see, obviously the lid will open, but it has a bidet operation inside, and there's different functions for if you're a man to a lady, so there's no need for toilet roll.
And we recently, did we put this into a property a while ago?
So far over the last couple of years, we've fitted about 7 ourselves, and we've supplied a few others to a few other people as well. So
it's quite interesting. It's quite unique in its design, and I think customers might be afraid to that, but it is something to consider actually when you're looking at something like that. Okay, right, we'll walk on round. So I talked about his and hers basins in the ensuite. So this is a fantastic example of the ensuite layout. So his and her sinks, Chris, that we talked about Friday.
Yeah.
Beautiful black taps. They're really, really in, and actually they're quite nice and something different that you want, something different for your family bathroom.
Yeah.
Again, you've got your storage, but the key here is you've got his and her storage, so separate, which works really well for Steve and I in our ensuite bathroom. And then here.
Okay, just quick.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed in our bathroom, so where would my stuff go?
Sorry?
I'm not allowed in our bathroom, so where would my stuff go?
Oh dear, sorry, Chris. Oh dear, I don't know. I don't know. You could have a little separate compartment on the side.
Oh, good. I might get away with that. Yeah.
You might do.
Don't let me distract you.
So you have. So she's not that mean. Sorry, stop laughing. So here, again, really lovely walk-in shower. His and hers walk-in shower for your ensuite. Our favourite niches, Chris, that we talked about in detail on Friday. So if I can just open this. Oh, that's it. There we are. So you've got your two niches here. Beautiful. Nice and wide, nice and big to put your bathing essentials. And the key here is you've got lighting. Perfect light. It's very subtle. Yeah. So when you're in the shower, you could have your main lights off and just have your lights on in your niches. I don't know if you can see, Paul. Got a beautiful shower head, something perfect for your ensuite, something very different, and it feels like the rain's coming down on you. It's stunning. But equally, ladies do like a separate hand shower here for their hair, so we've got that here. And perhaps for our elderly customers, we have a little seat in the shower, if you can see that there. And it works well for them because obviously they can use their shower to wash their hair, they can sit down, so it's nice for them, it's relaxing. Okay. Come out. And then finally, enough about me talking, I will hand over to Paul. We have another beautiful vanity unit. I'm really trying to stress these because they are lovely. Then there's so many different styles as well. You've got just a single sink here. You may not want his and hers, so single sink, big storage, and they're actually longer and they're lit as well. Can you show that? Very nice. You've got lit storage. It's really beautiful. And then you've got another one underneath. So again, it's all about the storage. And here, a beautiful cabinet, all lit inside and out, if you can see.
Very nice, yeah.
So plenty of storage, and here as well. Okay. So I think I've highlighted a lot of ensuite furniture that you can have. His and hers basins, walk-in shower, niches, fabulous shower heads, obviously the his and hers storage, and the beautiful Dansani you have over there. So I'm going to hand over to my assistant now. I've got to do this very carefully. Right. Okay. There we go.
Hi.
Over to you.
So one thing I want to talk about in an ensuite, for example, is we're doing more and more big tiles. So to really give like the wow factor to the ensuite is to go bigger tiles. So in the past, 60 by 30 centimetres was actually quite a large tile. But now the big trend is to go really big. So here we have 60 by 120 centimeters, and it's still the sort of grey, sort of cement tones is the in trends, and they're getting more and more. One of the other big ones I want to talk about is colour. So rather than just having a grey control for your shower, you can go a bit more now with black glass, white glass, or we can even do brass. We can do brushed bronze. Black is coming like still on the big in trend as well. One of the biggest trends still for doing a shower is to have a walk-in shower. So no sliding door if you've got the space. So no sliding door. It's just one big fixed glass panel, which from a cleaning point of view, most people will love. That years down the line, the rubber seals won't go yellow, and it keeps it nice and clean and open and fresh.
And no step or anything either, right?
Pardon?
No step.
The one thing I want to say, so depending on how your bathroom is in your house, because a lot of it will be dictated by the soil pipe,
right,
and how your bathroom was previously laid out. So on one example here, okay, if I want to just point down.
Oh, yes, of course.
So here would be ideally if you could do a flush wet tray, sort of stroke shower tray, in your bathroom. But if you just point the camera around here, please, Kate.
Yes, of course.
But in many bathrooms, what we have to do is a raised, what we call wet tray or shower tray, just because we need to get the waste away from the shower to the soil pipe in the, wherever it is in the room.
Yeah.
And if it's too far away, one thing, you don't have the flow rate coming from a shower, so you have to have a slightly bigger fall on the shower pipe to help get it away. So a raised shower tray, and most cases nowadays, it's not like the old days where you needed a mini step ladder to get into your shower. Most days now it's only 4 inches is the average, like step up into a shower. So it keeps it fresh, and it doesn't look too bad. So
yeah, very nice. Yeah, good.
Do you want to walk down to the lighting one now?
Yeah. So on one aspect, for lighting. So here in this bathroom, we've obviously got, if you'd have normal spotlights on your ceiling, but it's also about as much as possible trying to make a feature of the lighting in the bathroom. So you can have in here, we've got the feature lights are on a switch. So if you needed just that mood setting, if you want to go in here for like a relaxing bath for the ladies with a glass of wine and a book.
That's me.
Or
hey, can you go right a bit? No, can you move it right a bit?
Or if you are like some people and you just need a quick visit during the night and you don't want to put on Blackpool illuminations to wake up the other half at 2 o'clock in the morning. So you can either just do minimalist lighting here to see what you're doing. So you can either do it on a switch, or just the nicer, smarter ways you could do it on a motion sensor. So you just walk into the room and the lights will come on for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then they'll automatically go off.
Very clever. Yeah.
I just want to highlight the radiator as well. So I know we touched briefly on Friday about radiators, but that's lovely. Obviously, it's like a silver chrome colour, but it's beautiful, and the design is really nice. And also, I just want to point out the tap here as well. It's very different, quite unique, quite rounded. It's very different. But it's all those sort of accessories and things that we want to sort of really showcase for 2021. But I'm trying to think of anything else in here. It's again the thermostats, as Paul mentioned before. So it's all of these little details that you have to consider when you're choosing your bathroom. And I know we say trends for 2021, but actually things like this won't date. But it's just something we're just highlighting for the year. Sure. So I also want to. Can I pass back to you, Paul? A minute. I just want to. Oh, go on. You carry on. So, Stolen your thunder.
One last sort of trend. It's going more and more, and it's sort of grown for years. Things like toilets. So most people, where applicable, they don't want the old-fashioned, what's classified as closed couple toilet. So you can, you see the big system at the back. So a lot of it is dictated by the soil pipe and where it is in the room, depending on the layout. So in this case, like here, you could do what's called a back-to-wall toilet. So there's a cistern hidden in your wall, or the other option would be, my colleague here spins round. So you could do a wall hung toilet. So this is more the sort of aspect that most people are going for. So it's off the floor, it looks much cleaner, and because you can see more of the floor to the eye, it makes the room look bigger.
Yeah.
I think people always, you talk about the toilet and you say, what's the difference? Which is what do you put in your designs, Paul?
My personal, for as most as possible, is the wall hung, because to the eye, because you can see more floor, it makes the room feel bigger. And then from a hygienic point of view, you know, it's not touching the floor. You're not going to get anything just sat up against it on the floor for a long time going forward.
Okay. I think just one more thing I want to point out is here, the television. So obviously, I said that was my pièce de résistance for the last slide, Chris, on Friday.
Good, yeah.
And it's beautiful. And as I can see, I was right. It's the first one we've done for a very long time. We've actually got a television. So it is here. We do have one in the showroom. So people, unfortunately, it's not on, but we do have it. People do question, say, goodness, can you actually have a TV in your bedroom? But I think with obviously where we talked about how people view their homes differently now, this is the sort of extra luxury that they're actually asking for. Paul, have you had anyone asking for? I know it was Steve's design, but have you had anyone ask for television?
We have had people ask for televisions, right. But then sometimes what we've had is they've had their wish list, and when it's got to the final end, for some people that wish list is too much, and something's had to drop off, and then
it's something like that.
Maybe like the TV is the one that drops off.
Yeah. Chris, how much longer do we have there? Because there's a few more bits we can show round.
Yeah, you've got like 3 or 4 hours left.
Right, just follow me. Come on, Paul.
We can go, keep going, yeah.
Keep going.
All the tiles that we see here, Kay, you're able to spell these tiles, right? Everywhere.
Yes, yeah,
So
all these tiles, all in the showroom, aren't they?
So a lot of the tiles you're seeing here are either new tiles that have recently gone on display that are new into us, or are very, very popular. So the tile you're seeing in front of us here, which is the Ghost Ivory and the Nordic Wood, we've just finished one ensuite with this in. So this is very, very, new range, up to date on the trend. So this sort of look that has like a sort of metallic look in it as well is very, very good when you see it in person. And one thing that's been growing from years and years and years on trend is wood effect porcelain. So it can go anywhere you want. And one advantage over where some people in the past might have wanted real wood is once it's down, there is zero maintenance. So all you ladies can walk in as many high heels over it.
Hey.
And there's going to be no dings or chips or anything out of it.
Steve never told me about that.
What are you saying about my high heels, Paul?
Well, do you want to show the ripple one? That's a nice one, the ripple effect tile. Just here, yeah, it's lovely.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's nice,
so,
isn't it?
Yeah, so the wave effects, this has been in for years, and it's kind of one of them sort of was in, kind of dropped off, but it's now come back, and there's more and more different colours now coming in the wave effect. So and you can get them now in what they call like 3D, so you have all the different inset angles on it, so it makes it look like it's 3D.
Nice. And then the ones behind, I love this. There's like a Swedish effect, this bathroom, isn't it?
So this, like say, as I say, the Swedish look bathroom.
Sauna.
On this now, we have fitted. We've done 3 ourselves where us as options have fitted it, and we've just applied the last one on Wednesday. So that would be then another 3 that we have supplied for people to do their own houses in exactly the setup you see here.
Brilliant. Okay.
It's nice. I think it's really important that the warm colours you bring into it, the beautiful radiator there. Again, this works as a family bathroom, I think, particularly because the bath is very practical, particularly for the children at the end of the day. You've got your taps and you've got storages there.
Yeah. Okay, can you stand back a couple of steps so we can see it from a bit?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
One thing I was going to say, so if this setup, as you see here, for size-wise as well, is bang on your typical family bathroom size. So one thing we do for the bath screen is this exact one here. So if you're going to use it as a shower, you have a full fold-out screen.
Yeah.
Which is then easy enough to step out of. But then if you want to use the bath as a full bath to relax, it will basically go back flush on the wall. So you do get the full space.
Very nice.
Yeah, much better.
And if
Better,
you also have very young children like I do, trying to bathe them around a fixed piece of glass is impossible. So this, if you do also have very young children, is the perfect bath screen to do to then sort of separately then bathe very young children.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Right. We've got time for one more, I think, hopefully.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do this one, Paul, actually. That's quite a new one, that.
So this one new one. So this tile for us is absolutely perfect. You know, you can have this in cream or grey, and it's absolutely on trend with the you know, sort of brush tones. Everyone sort of loves this, and then you know, you can have it over a bath or in a shower with the brick effect, just to give it an extra bit of detail in there.
Can you side open the door as well?
So if you are in a very small ensuite, this is your perfect sort of, you know, quadrant, which ideally, if you're going to have a quadrant, ideally as much as possible, you want to go for a 900 size quadrant, which will then give you, while you're in there, it will give you enough arm space to have a shower.
Yeah.
You can get these down in an 800, but you are
restricted.
You know, you are quite restricted sometimes, but you know, not everyone's bathroom is as big, and sometimes you do have to have a smaller shower. So one of the new ranges that we do have, which is this from Dan Sarni, is the U range, and you can have the furniture in pretty much nearly any colour you want. So if on a lot of this, so if you wanted this blue and you wanted this yellow, it can be made.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
So
Right, yeah.
you know, one of the big things that have been coming on for the last couple of years, and it really has now picked up for trends, is colour. So, you know, you can have the furniture from this company pretty much in nearly any colour you want. Taps, you know, years ago, it's still chrome, you know, majority is chrome, but you have brushed bronze, you can have black, you can have brass, you know, you can have rose gold. There's so many colour taps you can have now in such an array. So,
okay, brilliant. Yeah. So some of the stuff you showed yesterday, Kay, about like the pink one, for example, that it was not ensuite, I think, wasn't it? And
yes,
bedroom. So that's the sort of those sort of things that are becoming more with regards to
it's all about the bold colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, as Paul just described, if you can have sort of a colour here and a colour there, it's really quite a wow factor. And I don't think it would date personally, but that's my opinion. But I mean, I think to recap, we've shown you pretty much half the showroom. Yeah, there's still some more areas, but obviously given to time, we're not going to be able to show you all of it. But we've tried to show you cloak rooms. The first one I've showed you freestanding baths. Paul's obviously gone into detail with the lighting, and he's obviously given some more technical detail, which is more Paul's area. So it's been key to have Paul to support me doing that. And also tiles. Again, I love tiles. They really do make the room. And sometimes I think we don't focus enough on that. But I think from the two talks that both Paul and myself have done, we've really tried to say tiles are in. Come and have a look. We do have lots of displays, but equally, you can take your time and we'll help you. But it's about you having a look at the tiles yourself and saying, actually, I like that. And then we can introduce different tiles. So obviously, we've shown you our lovely sauna effect bathroom, the detail of the taps, the storage. So I hope we've encompassed as much as you've all out. Yeah, hopefully. And obviously, if you want to book an appointment, a virtual appointment, then please do give us a call. Or equally, if you do want to come in, we're taking appointments just by times only. We'll probably have one person at a time. But obviously, that is until the 2nd of December. So, but yes, anyway, thank you, Chris.
Is the tile showroom open at the moment?
It is. I mean, we can go across, but it means we have to walk outside. Pardon?
Can you give us a quick tour of that?
If you're happy for that, Chris. Yeah, obviously we're going to have to walk across.
Won't fall.
Don't fall, Paul.
I won't.
So we're just going downstairs now in the showroom. This could be all right.
Yeah.
Chris has thrown this on us. Right, we'll go down here. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, we're talking about the taps. These are very different.
Oh yeah.
Very in. Yes, obviously, this is slightly different, obviously, but you've got your phaser, your sort of, what is this?
Coring.
Coring, thank you. I should know that. I've got that at home. So coring here, beautiful taps, countertop basins. And we're trying to push these sort of taps because I don't think people would have ever considered something like that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you as we go. Anyway, we'll go outside. Let's go. Come on.
Loving this live on location.
Would you excuse some of the bits? Right, I'll hand over to I'll film you.
So from where we were talking upstairs, so 60 by 120 really is a big trend. So we do have more and more of the larger tiles, as you can see if you angle it down.
Sorry, is that all right?
So you can sort of see on square. So if you want to sort of swing the camera around. So a lot of the tiles that we do have here, we are showing obviously the larger size. So on some of the, on these, we can get a smaller size, but we're just sort of demonstrating the big, when you can see it in a bigger tile, it really does show much more of the pattern that you can get on the tile.
Okay, should we show and these ones here? This is just some examples of the tiles. So this one here is really nice. So that's very difficult to show you, but and it down. So this we've used this tile once. It was for a customer that Steve has, I think 2 or 3 bathrooms, and she had this in her downstairs cloakroom. It's quite a bit. It looks big, but it is beautiful. It is really a beautiful tile, but it's a bit. It depends on how bold you're going to be. And I just want to show you here. So these are the sorts of tiles, obviously, that we're trying to promote. The patterns, they're very different.
Yeah.
I know it's very awkward, but I'm hoping that you can see some of that. Okay, Paul.
So you've got hundreds of samples there, haven't you, for people to see?
So if you wanted to go by full range, we've got nearly 5,000 like tile samples that we can also have here. So one of the big trends, where we're doing in the larger tiles, is the sort of marble look. So you can get it in really highly polished, and then if you have the really, really big room and you really wanted
can you put down
the big wow factor, we can do the big tiles.
They're the ones from Italy, aren't they?
So 99% of all our tiles are Italian, but you can now do a tile in 1.6 by 3.2 meters.
That's a big tile.
It is a big tile.
It's a big tile, isn't it? Yeah.
But just want to show just some of the really, like when you get up close to like some of the marble tiles, just how good the detail is on them to really sort of show the room.
I showed Sorden's bathroom. Is it that one?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So Chris, the last bathroom I showed on Friday with the TV, that was tile. That was the exact tile that we used in that room. So it gives you an example of what it can look like in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then Harrison one.
So one thing you do see here, if you see this kerosene range, so these are hand painted encaustic cement tiles in France.
And we're the only showroom.
But we are the only UK dealer for these as well. So if you want something that is really, really unique and is hand painted, so they are specific to you, then this is the sort of range you can have.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's have a little spin around then, Paul. Let's have a quick look at what else is there before we finish up.
So
we've got the wood effects of that there. So
we've got all the different wood effects that you can have.
Yeah.
And then for a lot of the tiles, so these are ones obviously that we can have. So a lot of the ones yours have just got the big separate tiles, and then from these different companies is where you've got the flip board. So there's so many different patterns you can get through on all of them. So
yeah, and these are tiles for. Do you do outdoor tiles as well as indoor tiles?
Yep. So we do outdoor tiles. So we have a handful of the 20mm ones. I sort of bring you around. So on the outdoor 20mm tiles, we can get a large range, but we only have a handful here in the showroom.
Yeah.
But majority of all the porcelains that we have here, they are because they're high grade porcelain tile. you can use the normal sort of 10mm tiles outside. The only recommendation, ideally, for if you're going to do the standard tile on the outside, is to have a higher sort of R number, so it has like sort of anti-slip.
Yeah.
As much as possible. But then having young kids, it doesn't matter on a playground. If it's as rough as anything, they still slip over.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, look, guys, that was really good. I appreciate you doing that bonus bit at the end. I think that was really good to show that as well, just so everyone can see. So yeah, like I'll refer people back to your talk from yesterday. It was great as well. So that's also available on the website. And I'll just stress, if you want to get in touch, then go to the exhibitors area, find options, and all the contact details and links to the website and social media things are there. So on behalf of everyone, thank you very much for taking the time, and cheers, Kay.
Thanks. Thanks. Bye, Paul. Bye, Paul.
Bye.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers, guys. All right. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's it then, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Cheers. Bye.